Hello and welcome to Aaron's Forestry. Today we're at Thetford Militaria show with Vigo Militaria and Collectibles. So let's go and have a look what we've got on the table. Start with some World War II newspapers, various different German helmets, different forms of camouflage. Incidentally, the Red Cross, it's actually a Swiss flag that's been inverted. Obviously the Swiss flag is red there and then white there. And the reason why this is a Swiss flag but inverted is because it's basically a nod and appreciation to the Geneva Convention. Chained dogs, field command with German police, not very well liked by the German army. Some more helmets, the M1C, which came late war, 101st Division for D-Day. British World War II tin helmet, steel helmet, sorry, got a Paris helmet there. US, American tankers helmet, pretty cool little thing. Bad guys, just about to work out the decals. Got this wrong in the last video. I had this down as a Mark III, but it's actually a Mark IV. So you can tell by the rivets. I think it's a higher rivet on the Mark III and a low rivet on the Mark IV. But even that might be incorrect. So I have to do some more checks on that. German World War II bread bag. Thompson. Another Thompson. Type 57, was it Type 56? I can't remember, someone will probably correct me in the comments. It's a Chinese made AK-47. Sten. Glock. Scorpion, which was used on the SAS Iranian embassy siege. PPSH, or PPS-43, PPSH-43, sorry, PPS-43. Browning. Very reliable firearm. Speed loader for the Sten. Webley revolver. Quite the man stopper of a caliber. Luger. P38. Both of these German pistols were used as sidearms during World War II. P38 and the Luger. The P38 was cheaper to produce. Also rather interestingly, the Luger, despite everyone says how complicated it is, the 1911 is just as complicated to take apart. And if you take on a 1911 apart and a Luger, you'll know exactly where I'm coming from on that. Also, if you can't hear me very well, I did try getting a microphone for my Canon, so I use a Canon PowerShot. So if anyone's out there knows any good microphones that are compatible with that, please let me know in the comments. Number 4, bayonet, big stickers, with the frog, without the frog. Strange looking knife. It's for releasing parachute cords if you're stuck and whatnot. Standard British webbing belts. Bread bag straps. German. They were also put around the helmets as well for camouflage and whatnot. MG53. Yeah, MG53. German butter dish. Springfield bayonet. Springfield. British 1907 pattern bayonet, sword styled bayonet. Some more German helmets. Chicken wire helmet. Chicken wire basically works the cheap way of the netting. So obviously this is a material cost, this is widely available, a wire and whatnot. So you put that together, you've got a cheap model of cheap way of camouflage. In here, we've got the King Tiger round. Fired from the L71 gun of the King Tiger. This is all stuff that was left over from Dunkirk at the beaches. It's got a very nice shell cases box for the 25 pounders, which is the backbone of British artillery. Mint, got all the nice markings on it and whatnot, really nice. Mint 25 pounder. with the 199 fuse. This one here's come from Dunkirk and it's got the transit cap on it. And the 25 pounder over here has got the 119 fuse. You release the cap and that will explode in the air as it's flying. Put the cap in and it will dig in and then explode. The 25 pounder box. Again, this is stuff that was left over from Dunkirk. This one here is for the actual bullet head, projectile head. Again, mint in the box. And it's even got the original straps. It's all left over when we had to go on the run at Dunkirk. So some cool British history kit too. Oh, forgot to show you the firearms at the front. So this is an airsoft one, M16. Carcano, cavalry Carcano with the fold-out bayonet. This everyone thinks is a grenade launcher, but it's actually a line thrower used by the Royal Navy in the 50s. Cut down from a Mark V Lee Enfield, the Jungle Lee Enfield, and they've got an old musket there. World War I, MG08, MG15 ammo box. World War I training grenades. French barbed wire destruction rod grenades. Works on the same principle as a German stick grenade. So you pull that, throw it, that lands underneath the barbed wire, and then bang. M1915 stick grenade, German. So you can tell the difference is the M1915 with a hook, and then the M1916 has the addition of the star there for the pull tab and whatnot. But M1915 always have that bit there. British number 27 phosphorus grenade, hand grenade. Phosphorus grenade also came in rifle, which you can see here. And we've got Stokes mortars. These could be filled with gas or they could be high explosive. Mills grenade here, and then the reason why that on the bottom there, it's known as a gas plate, and then that gas plate would go into the launcher there, and then that would trap all the gases around, so as it gets launched it gets fired. So there we go. But with the deactivation of this one you can't actually get it fully in, but that's how these work. That's the principle, that fired from a cup. Rifle grenades can also be fired from a rod like this, or like the one we just seen. But it can be very dangerous firing a rod, it can blow up the barrel. Typically they used the lesser gun that didn't have the quality barrels, and they would be ones for firing rifle grenades. The Espionage, this replaced the 303, the tail end at the Battle of Britain, but a lot of the pilots still preferred 303 to the Espionage. This is the gas plate that I just showed you there on the mills. So what they do is they just screw into the bottom. Hopefully you can still hear me. Let me know in the comments, guys, like any microphone suggestions please. Here we've got a whole family of 2-inch mortars. We've got the illumination mortar there with its little parachute. We've got the bursting 2-inch mortar, and we've got the smoker mortars. No high explosive 2-inch ones have gone. We've got the spigot mortar, which was used by the Home Guards to be our anti-tank defence if they ever came to it. We've got the Panzerfaust tubes there, TM38 mine, which should be filled with blocks of TNT. It's got their TM35, but it's actually the TM38, which is these ridges were added, and that's how you can tell the TM38 to the TM35. We've got Russian F1 grenades here. This is the newer fuse, can't remember what it is, but this fuse is being used today. Airdropped SD4, never used in the Blitz, but a very cool piece. This one was discovered in Poland. Stock mine, 43, German concrete mine. 3.7s, old German door knockers. This is the old Electrics 7.5cm howitzers. It came about because of World War I. The Germans felt like they needed more howitzers and whatnot. So everything in here tells a story. This is all dug up in the Battle of Welchen, or Welchland, where fighting took place. There's Canadian bits in here, and American bits, and German bits, everything. Same here, we've got all bargain bits in here, like tank tracks, stakes for like tillers, you know, like real cool bits. Grab yourself a bargain. Sherman connecting hooks for the tracks, plenty of bargains, that bargain corner. The Merlin spy camera. This was being used for D-Day when they were taking photos. The Resistance and SOE were taking photos of all the bunkers and what was there on the shores. And this is the kind of thing that would have been used, small and compact. Real cool little thing. This is called the Merlin camera. This is the put on a pigeon, tie it to its leg, and that would send them the photos and whatnot back. And it all came inside this clotted cream case here. Incidentally, the Germans actually started to clock on, like in the particular codex, that all the SOE bits were coming in the same kind of parcel, the same kind of boxing. So I think it's from 1941 that they actually started to X-ray everything. So they were aware these kind of objects did exist and whatnot. So we've got a pen, and they do say the pen is mightier than the sword. But I don't know, is this class the pen or is this class the knife sword? That's a very cool little thing. There's obviously the lid and the cover. Got the soul book there, the German playbook. Photos weren't added in soul books till 1944. The order actually came out in 43, but the pictures didn't actually come into place till 44. These are come-alongs. Look like quite a friendly piece, but anything by that. They dig into your wrists. These, and you certainly are going to come along. You aren't going to put up much of a fight. So you've got the number 69 grenade, which is filled with Amatol and I can't remember what Lychin, I think the other one was. And those X's there actually mean that it's ideal for tropical storage. This is the one and only time, I believe, that the British actually used plastic, or bakelite, which is a form of plastic, as a grenade. So yeah, rather cool little thing. It's the number 69 rifle grenade, number 69 hand grenade. This wasn't rifled, it was only hand grenade. And it came about because they wanted more of a blast grenade rather than a high explosive. And this relies on blast. Whereas the Mills that we're very familiar with relies on being a high explosive with the fragments. Mills is a lot more powerful. We've got a German rifle grenade. I think this is the later model one. This is the later model high explosive rifle grenade. Got another rifle grenade here, sitting in the Adams rifle grenade shooter, I believe it's called. Let me just check the label. I think that is right. Yeah, the Adams Cup. So that's a very, very cool, rare thing. Got the World War II class knife. These are pretty much issued to all World War II soldiers. Got the TNT. The British didn't actually use TNT blocks, they used slabs. They used CE and TNT mixed slabs, but the Americans went for TNT blocks, and obviously blocks sounds proper American, doesn't it? Whereas the British to use blocks. I don't know. I think that's why the British went for slabs. So there you go, no blocks for the British, but TNT, CNT, slabs. I think that's correct anyway, CNT, CNET. Anyway, yeah, slabs for the British. What other cool little things? We've got a Boer War Imperial Service Medal. Very cool little thing. Boer War matchbox. I believe this is it from the bays. It's a pretty cool little thing. Look at that bit there, the strike your match. Cool little item. These these dog tags were designed for the Japanese invasion, specifically for the Japanese invasion. Obviously the Japanese invasion didn't happen, and as a result there's absolutely thousands of these left over. All that's the story that goes with it. No one actually knows the full truth. The other half of it could be that they were just made to replace the fibre dog tags, but who really knows? So yeah, there we have it. That's the whole table, guys. Cheers for watching. Hopefully you've learnt something. Please subscribe and make sure you check out Vigo Militaria and Collectibles.com. Cheers for watching. Please subscribe.